got off to a start where they scored in the first 30 seconds, and then they got a 2-0 lead, and then you guys got within one, and then kept it at one when it's 3-2, but couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, there's a pattern now going on where we've gotten off to bad starts here the last 3 games, and we've done a better job being ready to go at the drop of the puck. You don't have much of a chance in this league when you're only playing 40 minutes. And, we touched on this the last 2 games. At least we came back and found our game for the last 2 periods, but disappointing when we're ready to go at the drop of the puck. Right from the get-go, make a blind pass in the O zone, and then just give up an easy goal to start the game. And never really recovered much after that in the period. I thought the end of the period was a little bit better. Power play obviously was opportunistic, but just weren't able to to stop the bleeding during the period. But liked our second, and I thought our third was okay. I thought they had more of a better play in the third, but it's tough to win a hockey game when you're only really playing for 40 minutes.
And what needs to be better defensively, like on the right goal? That seems to be an issue recently, just defending the rush and the 200 feet.
The right goal, which one was
the third one.
2-on-1.
I think Kyle pinched there.
Yeah, it was a bad read. I mean, it wasn't anything that we just made bad decisions in the neutral zone. Instead of absorbing the play, we tried to poke check and just absorb the rush. I mean, it was really a bad read by a couple. We were in great position, and then, when in the neutral zone, we get beat. We had a good angle, but played the puck, and they jumped by us, and then we step up again and play the puck, and it's a 2-on-1, and we actually stopped skating coming back, and ends up in the back of the net. So, that's frustrating.
Quinn Kostin scored another goal tonight. He said one of the reasons why he's really enjoying here is the ice time and the trust he's had from the coaching staff. What have you liked about just the physicality of his game?
Well, he's a hockey player. He's got poise with the puck. He's not afraid to make a play. He can make a play. He can protect it. So there's a lot to like about him. So he's a first-round talent who, is making the most of his opportunity.
He said, asked him about his physicality tonight. He said the game got a little bit dirty. You have to respond to the physicality. Something the Sharks we've talked about throughout the season. Just having that physical response is something you'd like to see from him.
Love it. I mean, we need more of that all throughout our lineup. I mean, he's a guy with the size to do it too. So, it's good to see. He's got a history of being physical. I think his best hockey's ahead of him for sure. I mean, he's got 8 games here to finish strong, but I think it's going to be a big summer for him, because I think if he does the thing he needs to do and should do this summer, he can make a big jump next year.
That physicality, is that what you want to see from his team over these last 7-8 games here, just to play with that type of identity?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a physical sport. It's played in a small area. It's very fast, and you got to be engaged physically if you're going to give yourself a chance. And we weren't anything like that in the first 20 minutes. It got better in the last 40, but I don't think to the level that we need it to be. So, that's something we've got to really focus on, especially against a team like LA.
The 60-minute type effort too. I mean, just for this group to learn how to do that, I guess, before the end of the season, because those play this complete game.
Yeah, I mean, just we kind of flipped the script here. First 2 periods were really good for us for a while, and then the third we struggled, and now we've kind of struggled the first 20, and they played better in the last 40. So we've got to find that happy medium and play well for all 60.
What's Quinn need to do this summer? What's his next step?
Well, I think he's going to be in a better position mentally, because I think he knows how we feel about him, and I think he's, from a training standpoint, a conditioning standpoint, he's got to make the next jump as far as conditioning goes.
Is that kind of similar to what you told Tomas Hertl after last season?
Yes.
Couple more.
With Zetterlund, I know a rough start for him, but it seemed like he got better and better during the game. Just in general with him, we've talked a lot about him this season, but how has he improved this season in terms of not just from last season, but from he's had a strong start, and just how has he gotten better as a player?
He's played with more confidence. I think he's in a better mindset. Obviously he's earned the opportunity he's gotten so far, and he's more confident with the puck. And he didn't have touched on the defensive side of things. He's got to get better from a defensive perspective, and he's working on that. And he's a guy that wants to get better in those areas. So, this is really his first full season with this type of opportunity, and I think finishing strong here is very important for him. But I think if you're going to build your career, you got to have a year like this and then take it to the next level next year. So, but he's got 8 games now to finish strong. like we talked about with him, finish strong from an offensive and defensive perspective.
That turnover that he has,
Last
and
one
that's
here.
like something that he's
Which
built
one?
on.
He had 2 in the first shift.
Yeah, so there, but then like that doesn't end up throw him off though. Maybe it would have last year, or maybe he
Right.
wouldn't have gotten an ice cream. And I guess that's the
Right.
difference,
Well,
right?
he's built confidence too
Yeah.
in his play, so he knows, that he's going to get an opportunity to play through it.
All right. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
David.